Feel the thunder roll, the clay's flying, engines roaring full. Side by side, leading into the fight, chasing that checkered flag at night. We're burning up dirt, kicking up dust, ain't nothing like racing with the rest of us. British steel, we're tough as nails, one lap closer, bringing trails from green to checkered, all out attack. We're born for the dirt, ain't looking back. Fuel in the veins, working all week just to feel this strain. On the edge, we don't play it safe. Running that wall, we're hitting the brakes. We're burning up dirt, kicking up dust. Ain't nothing like racing with the rest of us. British steel, we're tough as nails. One lap closer, bringing trails from green to checkered, all out attack. We're born for the dirt, ain't looking back. We're family bound by grease and grit, building dreams from the ground, there's no quit. We live for the thrill, speed's our desire. When we hit the track, we're playing with fire. We're burning up dirt, kicking up dust. Ain't nothing like racing with the rest of us. British steel, we're tough as nails. One lap closer, breaking trails from green to checkered, all out attack. We're born for the dirt, ain't looking back. This is our creed. Dirt track living is all we need. Giving it all.
What's up, everybody? Getting into the stream as these guys are out on the track at Knoxville in the world of outlaw late models. We're going to jump over into that action here tonight. It's an AI song. Not bad, right? All right, everybody out on the track. Yeah, it came out pretty good as my cameras are catching up to your screens. We are ready for some super late model action here tonight as these guys take on Knoxville. Should be a good one here tonight. Looks like Tomasi's out there currently with the quick time. I see Daniel Elkins in the number 87. Just ahead of him is going to be Steven Gaines. Definitely a unique field. I see Dylan Hauser's in here, Selby's in here, Curtis Griffin's in here, Jesse Entrikin's in here, Hayden Tolson's in here. I am not racing. I just broadcast these. Although I'm going to be making a comeback in the big blocks this season. I will be putting those VODs up over on YouTube. If you guys want to follow me over on YouTube at MDI TV now, if you haven't already followed, we will be making a comeback in the big block modifieds. Yeah, that definitely sucks that he is leaving Hunt to front for sure. But he's got some other things to do. I mean, it changes for all of us. Life changes. Racing's hard. I mean, going out on the road all the time. I mean, you think it's hard for some of the local guys, those guys who are traveling. It is way harder for them. So Tomasi out there with the quick time right now in that 9T. Riley Knoll had a hell of a race over there in the big blocks. He's currently second on the charts. Yeah, it is. It makes it hard. It definitely makes it hard. Shit, I struggle with the streaming sometimes because I'm a single dad with 2 kids. So, I get trying to crunch that time. All right, guys, we are going to get ready for some qualifying. Let's see who jumps out on the track. First, We're going to jump on with them. Nobody has jumped out. It is going to be 2 laps here for these guys. Let's see. It's going to be Cray Wheeler. Looks like he's going to be the first one to jump out on the track. Let's go jump on with him as he does his laps in that number 11 machine. Let's go ahead and switch it over to quick time too. See what those best times are as Cray comes out of turn number 4 to start his first lap here tonight. No, I definitely race. I very rarely broadcast my races, though. I don't stream my races often. It's just a lot to ask my computer because I race in triples. I was racing in VR. Although I will be recording some of my races and putting them up on YouTube, so go follow me over there too. As here comes Cray, the complete lap number 2. He's going to be out there with a 17.244 with his quick time. It's 50 laps for tonight's feature. We got 2 heat races and 1 consi, though, also. Oh, I love VR and dirt. To me, it's the only way to race. Selby going to go to the top of the charts with a 17.0. Jesse Entrican out on the track in the number 1 machine. I struggle. A lot of the reason I've been racing less is because I struggle without my VR now. Tyson Banks going to go the second quickest. I'm curious. I'm going to watch this Riley Knoll. He's out on the track now, too. So we'll keep an eye on him when he pops up there. He was quick in the big blocks. Let's see where Jesse puts the number 1 machine as he comes out of turn number 4. Comes across the line. He's going to go 3rd quick on the charts. Here comes Riley Knoll out of turn number 4. Let's see where he puts the 0.7 as he comes across the line. He's going to go 2nd quick with a 17.125. Cody Nevin to the top of the charts over to Mossy with a 17.031. Look how close these times are up at the top of the charts. I see Connor New and Dylan Hauser out there right now on with Dylan Hauser. Where can Hauser put this number 2 here tonight as he comes out of turn number 4? Hauser's going to go 2nd quick with a 0.47. Let's not count out Connor New or Hayden Tolson, both out on the track. Either one of those guys. Hayden's going to go 3rd quick. Connor New goes 9th quick. That was not as exciting as I thought it would be. As we hit the end of qualifying, it is going to be Cody Nevin starting at the top of the charts here in heat race number 1. All right, let's get ready for heat race number 1. Your hometown, Troy? All right, starting on the pole here tonight in heat race number 1, it's going to be the number 11 of Cody Nevin. Hopefully he has a better race this time than he did in the big blocks. Outside of him, in the number 327, it's going to be Hayden Tolson. Starting inside row number 2 here tonight in the number 46 machine, it's going to be Matt Selby. Starting outside of him in the number 31, it's going to be Robbie Buchanan. Starting inside row number 3 in the number 10 machine, needs little introduction out of Majula C Speed Shop, it's going to be Connor New. Outside of him in the number 33 NLRA machine, it's going to be Dustin Price. Starting inside row number 4 here tonight in the 747, it's going to be Tyson Banks. Outside of him in the number 87, it's going to be Daniel Elkins. Starting inside row number 5, it's going to be William Thayer. Looks like Colton Jordan did not grid up. And rounding out the field, oh, maybe it was Curtis Griffin that did not show up. Colton did show up, and he's going to be starting in that number 10 spot. Got confused for a second there. Oh, your internet kicked you. So Curtis Griffin lost internet. He's going to try to get back in there for the LCQ, I'm assuming, as these guys got it stacked up on the track. Going to do 2 laps of pace in here. Going to be 1 to go when they hit the start-finish line. Who is going to take heat race number 1, guys? Let me know out in the chat. What do you think as they come out of turn number 4? Wave it to your favorite as they come by, getting 1 to go. We are going green flag racing this time by. Uh-oh, I see a heart me. Outlaw Racing, thank you for the heart me. This is Top Split, Zachary. Yes, it is. What's up, buddy? Thank you for the like. Thank you guys for the likes as they come out turn number 2 down the back straightaway, looking for the green flag this time by. Can Cody Nevin hold on for 4 laps here tonight? Right? What's up next? This is the last one, Seth. Green flag is out as they come on to turn number 4. Going to be Cody Nevin into turn number 1 and 2. Side by side. Nope, not anymore. Hayden Tulsa going to take the number 2 spot as Selby slides into 3rd. Here comes Buchanan up underneath him down into turn number 3 and 4. It's going to be side by side. A little bit of contact between Buchanan and Selby. Out of turn number 4, Selby's going to keep that number 3 spot. This is the last race of the night, guys. Last race of the night as they head through turn number 1 and 2 down the back straightaway. They're 3 wide back here, right around the transfer spot. Tyson Banks is in. Nope, make it Daniel Elkins as they come out of 4. Banks goes to the back. Down into 1 and 2, we got a battle for the lead as here comes Hayden Tolson in the 327 down the back straightaway to turn number 3 and 4. I do not yet time stopping. What's up, Clint? Out of turn number 4 to the line. It's going to be Nevin at the line by a nose as he slides into turn number 1 and 2. Here comes Tolson back down with the cut down out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway looking for turn number 3 and 4. He's going to send it in. Slides up the track. Nevin back with the cut down. Nevin going to cut back up underneath. He's going to have the lead at the line. 4 laps complete. 4 laps to go. Doing pretty good, Clint. How about you? Out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway, looking for turn number 3 and 4. Here comes Tolson. Tolson going to send it in. Slides up the track. Nevin looking low. Up underneath. Little bit of contact from Selby from behind. I don't know who had it in line. It was a dead heat into turn number 1 and 2. Nevin going to slide up. Selby's going to put the block on Tolson. Tolson not able to cut under. Here comes Selby. Selby into 3 and 4. 3-way battle for the lead through turn number 3 and 4. Selby going to lean on Nevin. Here comes Connor New. Now we got a 4-car battle into turn number 1 and 2. 2 laps to go. 2 laps to go as Tolson's falling back to 4th. He's going to cut up underneath New. Down the back straightaway to turn number 3 and 4. White flag is in the air. White flag is in the air. 1 lap to go. Big contact for second. That's good for Cody Nevin as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Down into 1 and 2. Hayden Tolson going to split the middle out of turn number 2. Falls back to the number 4 spot. Here comes Selby. Selby up underneath Nevin. Gets the berm. Up the track. Connor New up underneath them. 3 wide for second out of turn number 4. It's going to be Nevin, New, Tolson, Selby, Buchanan, Elkins, and Thayer going to the feature here tonight. Everybody else to the LCQ. Thank you, by the way, time stopping. I appreciate you. Wow, that was wild. That was a great finish up at the front, guys. A great finish in that one. As we are getting ready for heat race number 2. Go ahead and hit up tonight's starting lineup for heat race number 2. Starting on the pole here tonight in the number 2 machine, it's going to be Dylan Hauser. Outside of him in the 9T, it's going to be Tanner Tomasi. Starting inside row number 2, it's going to be Steven Gaines. Outside of him in the other 07, it's going to be Riley Knoll. Starting inside row number 3 here tonight in the number 1 machine, needs little to no introduction. It's going to be Jesse Entrican. Outside of him in the number 11, might be one of the hottest drivers on the series. It is going to be Ethan Johnson. Starting inside row number 4 here tonight in that number 2 machine, it's going to be Riley Hutchinson. Outside of him in the other number, there's a lot of 11s and 2s. In the other number 11, it's going to be Matthew Watts. Inside row number 5 here tonight in the number 3 machine, it's going to be Tyler Orr. Outside of him in another number 11, it's going to be Cray Wheeler. And then rounding out the field here tonight in that number... What number is that? Hold on, we're going to take a look at that number. In that number 109, it's going to be James Braswell. It is going to be 8 laps here in heat race number 2 as they head into turn number 3 and 4. Dylan Hauser and Tanner Tomasi going to lead them to the green flag next time by as they come down the front straightaway. Who do you think it's going to be here tonight? Matt says, come on, Jesse. Down into turn number 1 and 2. It is 2 by 2 all the way through the field, as it should be on a start. Man, that is a hell of a front row right there. Not Mark, says Xbox. What's up, buddy? What is up, buddy? As we are looking for the green flag this time by as they head into turn number 3 and 4. Hauser and Tomasi on that front row. That front row couldn't be going home here today if they get a little too racy. Green flag is out. Green flag's out. Hauser's going to get on the gas. Tomasi gets on it a little bit later. Here comes Stephen Gaines up underneath. They almost make it 3 wide as Jesse look low. Out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. What's up, Wingnut? Down into turn number 3 and 4. It is going to be side by side. Oh, we got a wreck. Already it's going to be Matthew Watts into the wall in turn number 3 and 4. No caution flags in the heats as Hauser continues to lead. It is getting crazy up here as they come out of turn number 2. Here comes Tomasi putting the pressure on the number 2 as they head through turn number 3 and 4. Big battle for that number 3 spot as it looks like Stephen Gaines going to fall back in that 0-7 as Ethan Johnson takes the number 5 spot as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Here comes Tomasi looking low on Hauser, not able to make the move off of turn number 2. He's going to go high in 3 and 4. Let's see if he gets the run as he works the cut down out of turn number 4. It's going to be 3 laps complete. Here comes Tomasi. Hauser going to lean on Tomasi in turn number 1 and 2. Tomasi sideways through turn number 1 and 2. Gets on that gas. Hauser gets the run off of turn 2. Dead heat into turn number 3 and 4. Battle for the lead out of turn number 4. Who's going to have it at the line? Give it to Hauser this time by. Tomasi has to get back in line into turn number 1 and 2. Here comes Riley Knoll in the 0-7. Tomasi looking low out of 2. Can't do anything with it. Gets back in line into turn number 3 and 4. Coming to the line. Going to be 3 laps to go at the line. 5 laps complete. 5 laps complete into turn number 1 and 2. Tomasi trying to work a lane or 2 lower than Hauser as they head through 1 and 2. Can't get the drive off. Has to get back in line. Down into turn number 3 and 4. He's going to shadow Hauser. Gains on him through the middle of 3 and 4. Dead to his bumper into turn number 1 and 2. Here comes Tomasi looking low. Entrican looking low on Ethan Johnson for that number 4 spot as they come out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Might have been a little contact between those guys. Tomasi thinks about the slider, has to back out of it. Hauser's going to keep that number 1 spot as Riley Knoll had to back out of it as Tomasi came up the track. Down into turn number 1 and 2. White flag is out. 1 lap to go. These positions aren't settled as they head into turn number 3 and 4. Hauser leads the way out of turn number 4. Give it to Hauser at the line. Tomasi, Knoll, Johnson, Entrican, Gaines, and Hutchinson going to the feature here tonight. Everybody else off to the Consi. That was another good race. Wow. I can't be mad about the racing here tonight at Knoxville. Let's get ready for the LCQ. Griffin, you made it. Griffin made it to the grid already. Missed his heat race, but did not miss the Consi. Starting on the pole here tonight in the LCQ, it's going to be the number 33 of Dustin Price. Outside of him, in that number 2 spot, it's going to be Craig Wheeler. Starting inside row number 2 here tonight in that number 747, it's going to be Tyson Banks. Outside of him in the 109, it's going to be James Braswell. Starting 5th here tonight in the number 8 machine, it's going to be Colton Jordan. Outside of him in the number 6 spot, going to be Tyler Orr. Starting 7th on the inside of row number 4, it's going to be the number 22. I think it should be 22 of Curtis Griffin. Outside of him in the number 11, it's going to be Matthew Watts. That is not a 22. What number does Curtis Griffin have on his car? Griffin, how are you going to change numbers? 304. Okay. Griffin changing the numbers on me. Going to try and fuck me up here. Damn you, Griffin. Quit laughing in the car. I know you're listening. As they come out of turn number 2, they're going to get the 1 to go this time by. Top 4 transfer through. Everybody else is going home. Down into turn number 3 and 4. It is going to be side by side. They're going to get that one to go at the line. Make sure you wave it to your favorite. Who's going to make the consi? Who is going home? Let me know in the chat what you guys think as they come across the line. It is going to be Dustin Price and Cray Wheeler leading him to the green flag. All right, so they got a tie side by side all the way through the field, down the back straightaway, looking for that green flag this time. By when is Dustin Price going to fire him off as they head into turn number 3 and 4? Pace truck is in. Green flag is out. Green flag's out as they come out of turn number 4. Dustin Price on the gas. It's going to be 2 by 2 for second. Here comes Tyson Banks. He slides up the track. Big contact as the 8 of Colton slams the door of the number 109. Down into turn number 3 and 4. Big stack up right around that final transfer spot as they come out of turn number 4. Dustin going to try to pull away as Banks and Braswell trying to figure out that number 2 spot. Right now it's going to be Cray in that final transfer spot trying to get up underneath Tyson Banks as they head through 3 and 4. They are playing bumper cars for first person going home behind them as they come out of turn number 4. Down the front straightaway to turn number 1 and 2. It is going to be single file for the top 4. Oh my God. Tyler Orr almost into the back of Cray Wheeler. Out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. Here comes Colton Jordan. He's going to slide it up in there as Tyler Orr going to cut back up underneath out of turn number 4. He takes that number 5 spot back. Here comes Banks and Wheeler duking it out back and forth for that number 3 spot. They got to be careful. They're going to drag these guys back into that race as they head through turn number 3 and 4. Here comes Banks back to the outside trying to dig high as Wheeler's going to slam that door out of turn number 4. Down into 1 and 2. Looks like Braswell is catching Price, but we're going to keep an eye on that battle for the final transfer spot as Orr, Watts, Jordan, and Griffin are all there as they head through turn number 3 and 4. It's going to be 5 laps complete, 5 laps to go. 5 laps to go into turn number 1 and 2. A little bit of contact with the wall by Watts. Watts going to get a good run out after that contact. Right now, it is going to be Tyson Banks on the final transfer spot as we got a slide by Braswell for the lead. Cut down by Price. Price back to the point at the line. 4 laps to go as they head into turn number 1 and 2. We got big contact back there for first person going home. Matthew Watts trying to slide up in front of Orr. He does out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Let's go check the battle for the lead as Braswell throws the slider again. Banks back down, or Price back down low. Price back to the point into turn number 1 and 2. It's going to be single file back up at the front as these guys are trying really hard to wreck for first person going home out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. I think Banks and Wheeler figured it out. Let's stay single file as these guys wreck. They're wrecking out of turn number 4. Oh, it looks like Watts got the worst of that one. He's going to pull it into the inside wall as they come out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway looking for 3 and 4. Here comes Braswell back down low. He's going to pull the slider through 3 and 4. Price back with a cut down out of turn number 4. It is going to be white flag. 1 lap to go. 1 lap to go into turn number 1 and 2. Here comes Price. The slide might be a bad time to slide because Braswell with a big run, little bit of contact, hits him up into the wall. Here comes Braswell. Braswell slides up the track, puts the brakes on Price. Price down low, out of turn 4, drag race to the line. It's going to be Price, Braswell, Wheeler, and Banks going to the feature. What a finish for the LCQ, as it was a shit show for first person going home. And yeah, let's get ready for tonight's main event. Who's ready for tonight's main event? Let me know out in the chat who you rooting for. Who are you going to root for in tonight's feature? Why is it taking so long to finish this out? There it is. All right, let's get ready for tonight's starting lineup. Starting on the pole here tonight in the number 11 machine, it's going to be Cody Nevin. Outside of him in the number 2 spot. In the number 2 car, it's going to be Dylan Hauser. Starting inside row number 2 here tonight in the number 10 machine, it's going to be Connor New. Outside of him in the 9T, it is going to be Speed Ranch's very own Tanner Tomasi. Starting inside row number 3 here tonight in the 327, it's going to be Hayden Tolson. Starting outside of him in the number 07, it's going to be Riley Knoll. Starting inside row number 4 here tonight in the number 46 machine, it's going to be Matt Selby. Outside of him in the number 11, it's going to be Ethan Johnson. Starting inside row number 5 in the number 31 machine, it's going to be Robbie Buchanan. Outside of him in the number 1, it's going to be a fan favorite, Jesse Edgerkin. Starting inside row number 6, it's going to be the number 87 of Daniel Elkins. Outside of him in the 07 machine, it's going to be Stephen Gaines. Then starting on the inside of row number 7 here tonight in the number, I don't know what number he's in. What number is Thayer in the number 63 machine, it's going to be William Thayer. Starting outside of him in the number 2, it's going to be Riley Hutchin. Inside row number 8 here tonight, it's going to be Dustin Price. Outside of him, it's going to be the 109 of James Braswell. Starting inside row number 9 here tonight, it's going to be Wheeler. Outside of him in the 747, it's going to be Tyson Banks. It is going to be 50 laps here tonight as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Let's hear it for your favorite. Can't wait. Yeah, it'll be fun. You got Connor, says Stripe. Stripe says Connor. As they come out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway, we are looking for that green flag. When is Nevin going to fire him off? I know one thing. They all are looking back right now. Looking for that green flag out of turn number 4. Green flag is out. Green flag's out as Nevin gets on the gas. Hauser's easily to slide into that number 2 spot. It is going to be a battle for third as Connor New tries to clear the 9T of Tomasi. What's up, Shane? Out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Tomasi grabs the wall. That's going to give Connor New the number 3 spot as they head through 3 and 4. What a run through the middle of 3 and 4 by New. He's all over the back of Hauser. Down into turn number 1 and 2. Look at the dust fly. Imagine being back there with Selby or Johnson as they come through turn number 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway. Top 4 single file. Battle's going to be for 5th as they head into turn number 3 and 4. Clint should be out there. Let's go racing, says Carson. Down the front straightaway into turn number 1 and 2. Battle is for that 5 spot as Hauser now looking for the lead. Up underneath Nevin out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway, looking for turn number 3 and 4. Dylan Hauser going to slide up the track. Nevin back with the cut down out of turn number 4. Who's it going to be at the line? It's going to be Nevin. At the line is Hauser. Sits on the high side. Nevin going to throw the slider. Hauser cuts up underneath out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway. Drag race looking for turn number 3. Hauser going to slide into turn number 3 and 4. Here comes Connor New. He wants a piece of action as Nevin stays in the middle. He doesn't cut down as Connor New is down low. Down into turn number 1 and 2. Great battle up here at the front. Great battle further back between Ethan Johnson and Tomasi for that number 4 spot as they head into turn number 3 and 4. Connor New almost to the back bumper of Hauser. Out of turn number 4, it is side by side for that number 2 spot as they run into turn number 1 and 2. They are not really losing any ground on Hauser, riding side by side as it is a dead heat for second down the back straightaway into 3 and 4. Connor's going to get a good run through 3 and 4, but Hauser's going to slow him up as he ran into the back bumper as they come out of turn number 4. Connor New had the number 2 spot that time by. Hauser up the track. Let's see if New gets the run. New going to get a good run out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway into 3 and 4. Hauser's going to come down, blocks the run that Connor New gets. It's a little bit of a game of bumper tag through 3 and 4. It's going to be single file for the top 5. Single file into 1 and 2. Here comes Cody Nevin trying to look up underneath New out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway. Here comes Ethan Johnson in that other number 11. Man, we got too many 11s out here tonight. As Hauser goes up the track, here comes Connor New. Connor going to get down low on Hauser. Not able to hold it out of turn number 4. Slides into turn number 1 and 2. Tries to dig up low. Hauser's going to get a good run out. Here comes New. Down low. Great run out of turn number 2. Down into turn number 3 and 4 is side by side for the lead. Connor New down low. Drag race to the line. It's going to be Hauser at the line that time by their 2x2 behind him. Ethan Johnson wants a piece of the action here. He might be the one to watch as they come out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway. New's going to try to slide up the track. He does. Out of turn number 4. Here comes Hauser. He's going to cut down. Chops Ethan Johnson. It's a dead heat at the line once again as he knocks Connor New up the track in 1 and 2. Connor going to get on that gas, falls back to third as Ethan Johnson gets into the number 2 spot and into the back of Hauser. New's going to get in the back of Johnson. Big stack up 3 wide for third as they come out of turn number 4. Big hit there as Tanner Tomasi into the side of Nevin. It's going to be side by side out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Good racing here up at the front. It has now become a 7-car battle as they head through turn number 3 and 4. Great racing out there here tonight as we are 12 laps in the books into turn number 1 and 2. Down into turn number 1 and 2 down the back straightaway. It is Tomasi down low on Nevin, trying to find his way around as they head through turn number 3 and 4. Nowhere for anybody to go as Hauser leads the field down the front straightaway into turn number 1 and 2. Through turn number 1 and 2 down the back straightaway, it looks like Ethan Johnson going to lose some ground on Hauser. Oh, we got a yellow out on the track as it looks like Riley Knoll is going to have an issue. What a race up at the front. Let's go see what happened to Knoll. So Knoll up on the wall. Oh, he's going to get stuck on the wall and break that right front, isn't he? Yeah, he did. Well, I don't know if he broke the right front, but he just stopped on the track there as he draws the first. Oh, he definitely broke the right front as he draws the first caution flag of the night here on lap number 13. What a race so far here tonight. Well, this is going to stack the field back up together again, and this could be awfully interesting here as Hauser leads the field. It is going to be Ethan Johnson in that number 2 spot. I'll tell you what, he is definitely one of the hottest drivers in the series right now in that number 11 machine. Don't count out Nevin, Tomasi, or New either. And look, you got Selby and Hayden Tolson lurking just behind him. There are a lot of big hitters up here in the top 10 that all have an opportunity to win this one as they head down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Good racing here tonight. What do you guys think of this so far? How are you guys feeling about this one? Let's see. We got some follows. Let's see if I can find any of them, and we'll go ahead and give them a thank you. As I think we got one to go into turn number 1 and 2. We do. I didn't find any of the follows. Sorry about that, guys. As they head into turn number 1 and 2, we are looking for the green flag this time by. Who's your picks out there, guys? You've seen a little bit of racing. Can Hauser hold on for the rest of this one? Still a lot of racing left as they head into turn number 3 and 4. Looking for that green flag. Hauser and Johnson on that front row. Green flag is out. Green flag is out. Great jump by Johnson as he is easily going to be in that number 2 spot. He's looking for more. Up underneath Hauser. Hauser's going to run the cushion up at the top out of turn number 2. But Johnson's holding strong down low into turn number 3 and 4. Hauser going to try to squeeze down Johnson just a bit and slides up the track trying to carry that momentum out of turn number 4. It's going to work. He's going to keep the lead into turn number 1 and 2. Here comes Tomasi in the 9T as they come out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. It is getting dicey up here. Connor New is falling back to that number 6 spot as they head through turn number 3 and 4. Big stack ups through the field as they come out of turn number 4. Here comes Johnson once again. Looks like Braswell had some issues. He's going to go ahead and tow. No caution flag as Johnson looking down low on Hauser out of turn number 2. He's got to get back in line into turn number 3 and 4. This is top split official, Hunter. Top split official. Down into turn number 1 and 2. Dylan Hauser continues to lead. Ethan Johnson in second. Johnson going to dig down low. Hauser slides up the track. It's a drag race down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Johnson tried to push it out there far enough for the slider. There wasn't enough room. He's got to hold it down low. Hauser digs back on the outside. To the line is going to be Hauser on the outside. Down into turn number 1 and 2. It's going to be side by side. Hauser's going to get the run on the high side. Down into turn number 3 and 4. He gives Johnson lots of room through turn number 3 and 4. Hauser digs the high side. Johnson down low. Drag race out of 4. Hauser's going to keep the lead. That top side's digging in turn number 3 and 4. Out of turn number 2, I'll tell you what, Johnson has that bottom side digging in that number 11. He's just got to figure out turn number 3 and 4. As they come out of turn number 4, it's going to be 20 laps complete. We got 30 laps to go into turn number 1 and 2. Nobody's as good as Johnson on the bottom side of 1 and 2, but Hauser's definitely better in 3 and 4. He's going to close in on the back bumper of Hauser. Hauser's going to slide it into turn number 3 and 4. Johnson going to stay with him. Hauser should have kept the high side. That was working for him. As they come to the line, it's going to be nose to tail, Hauser and Johnson. No, Johnson going to make a move to the outside out of turn number 2. Hauser's going to try to slam that door as they head into turn number 3 and 4. Johnson up to the high side. He's going to try to ride the cushion. Takes the momentum out of turn number 2. 4 down the front straightaway into turn number 1 and 2. Johnson going to stay on the bottom side. He's been so good all night long down there as they come out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway, drag race into turn number 3 and 4. Hauser stays up high. Johnson going to slide up the track. He's going to have to pull out of it. As Hauser got the run, it's going to be Hauser at the line. Hauser's going to hold on to the lead. Here comes Tomasi looking down low, up underneath Johnson as they come out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway, Johnson has to regroup and reel in that number 2. Great racing up at the front as they come out of turn number 4. Looks like Riley Hutchinson with some issues. Will that bring out the caution as they head into turn number 1 and 2? Tomasi putting pressure on Johnson as they come through turn number 1 and 2. Hauser's going to smack the wall. Here comes Johnson down low into turn number 3 and 4. Hauser's going to squeeze his entry down into turn number 3 and 4. Who's going to have it at the line this time? Here comes Hauser with the run. On the outside, it's going to be Hauser at the line again. Hauser and Johnson make a little bit of contact into 1 and 2. Johnson going to run that bottom side. Hauser smacks the wall down the back straightaway. Looking for turn number 3 and 4. They're single file into turn number 3 and 4. We got one pulling off. That's going to be William Thayer. As they come out of turn number 4, it's going to be 26 laps in the books, 24 laps to go. Down into turn number 1 and 2. Man, it is looking dicey behind these guys, too, as they come down the back straightaway. Looking for turn number 3 and 4 once again. I'll tell you what, the racing out here tonight is absolutely epic as they come out of turn 4 down the front straightaway into turn number 1 and 2. Here comes Tomasi looking down low in that 9T up underneath. Up underneath Johnson. Can't get it to stick. They're going to get single file once again into turn number 1 and 2. It is a great race all the way through the field. I don't know if you guys are peeking back, but that racing behind him is just as good as it is up front. Down into 1 and 2. Here comes Tomasi looking down low. They're going to be 4 wide behind him for 4th almost. It looks like Nevin backed out of that one as they head through turn number 3 and 4. Here comes Tomasi turning up the heat out of turn number 4. Tomasi definitely cranking it up a notch as we are past the halfway point. It is going to be 20 laps to go. Next time by, here comes Johnson. They're 4 wide for 5th. 4th down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Down into 3 and 4. Johnson going to slide up, but here comes Hauser back down low. Who's going to have it at the line? I have no clue as they head into 1 and 2. No clue who had it at the line as Johnson going to come back up underneath Hauser out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway into 3 and 4. What a race for the lead as Johnson slides up the track, puts the brakes on Hauser out of turn 4. New race leader at the line is going to be Ethan Johnson into turn number 1 and 2. Hauser's going to lick the stamp and send it in turn number 1 and 2. Slides up the track. Johnson back with the cut down out of turn number 2 into turn number 3 and 4. Johnson up the track, slides up back to the lead. Here comes Hauser back down low. Big run out of turn number 4. Hauser back to the point in 1 and 2. Hauser back to the point. Here comes Johnson back down low out of turn number 2. Hauser's got a good run through 1 and 2 for that slide, but Johnson is going to kill him into turn number 3 and 4. He's going to slide up the track, slides up in front of him. Here comes Hauser back down low. Back and forth for the lead. Hauser back to the point, down into 1 and 2. Johnson going to cut back underneath through 1 and 2. Hauser up to the wall. Johnson down to the berm, down the back straightaway. Drag race into turn number 3 and 4. Johnson going to slide it into turn number 3 and 4. Slides up in front of Hauser. Hauser back with the cut down. Out of turn 4. He's got the lead again at the line as he comes across the nose of the number 11. Here comes Johnson in 1 and 2. Johnson going to cut down on the bottom side of turn number 1 and 2. Big run for Hauser on the outside. Johnson's going to send it into 3 and 4. Slides up the track. Takes the lead again. But Hauser back with the cut down out of turn number 4. It's going to be 15 laps to go as they head into 1 and 2. Ooh, Hauser playing a little bit of defense that time, trying to pinch Johnson down low, but Johnson doesn't care. He's going to dig down low. It's a drag race down the back straightaway into 3 and 4. Hauser up to the high side. Johnson down low. Out of turn 4. Hauser with the lead, keeps the lead into 1 and 2. What a race up at the front as they come out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Who is going to get this one here tonight? It's all about who doesn't make a mistake as I see it right now as they come out of turn number 4 as Hauser is now in command of this race. Hauser leading the way. Does Johnson have anything left in that number 11? He's had the bottom side digging all night, but it looks like Hauser might be quicker at this point as it looks like Tomasi and Selby have fallen back as they head through turn number 3 and 4. Out of turn number 4, Hauser really sideways, but a commanding lead at 0.5 of a second as they come across the line. 12 laps to go. As Johnson used up his tires, he's going to bang the wall out of turn number 2. Loses a ton of ground on Hauser as they head into turn number 3 and 4. Tomasi starts to reel him in. Out of turn number 4, it is going to be 11 laps to go. Here comes Tomasi in the 9T trying to close in on that number 11. Selby just behind him. We got sliders by Connor New. Connor New going to bang the wall. He broke the right front. Maybe. Nope. He keeps it going straight out of turn number 2. Connor absolutely sent it as we got contact between Selby and Tomasi. Out of turn number 4, down the front straightaway, going to be a battle for that number 3 spot as Selby is all over the back of Tomasi. Tomasi now all over the back of Johnson as Hauser has driven away from the field as they come down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Here comes Tomasi looking down low. Out of turn number 4, it's going to be 9 laps to go. 9 laps to go into turn number 1 and 2. Don't count this number 46 out. He is looking fast right now as they come on to turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Here comes Tomasi. Tomasi going to slide him into 1 and 2. Johnson back with the cut down out of turn number 4. He's going to take the number 2 spot back. Right now, it is Hauser's race to lose as these guys battle for the number 3 spot, almost 3 wide. Battle for the number 2 spot, almost 3 wide per second out of turn number 2. Look at Selby go in the 46. He's going to slide up the track, gives a little contact on Tomasi out of turn number 4, and takes that number 3 spot away. Selby up to the number 3 spot, now trying to close in on that number 11 as they come out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. 7 laps to go. It is getting dicey behind these guys. Here comes Cody Nevin up underneath Connor New into turn number 3 and 4. It is 6 laps to go as they come out of turn number 4. Let's go back to this battle as Tomasi has closed back in on Selby. Selby gets the wall out of turn number 2. He's going to lose the number 3 spot. So Tomasi now up to the number 3 spot as they back up to the number 3 spot as they come out of turn number 4. It's going to be 5 laps to go. 5 laps to go. Things have quieted down just a tick. Dylan Hauser hoping there's not a caution. Here comes Connor New. He's looking to be battle for the number 4 spot as he is up underneath Selby into 3 and 4. New's going to slide up in 3 and 4, slides in front of Selby. Selby back with the cut down out of turn number 4. It's going to be 4 laps to go as Selby takes that spot back. Here comes Connor New back down low. Out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway, looking for 3 and 4. New down low, Selby up high. New's going to slide up the track. Selby's going to cut down underneath him. Out of turn number 4, great battle for 4th as they come to the line. 3 laps to go as Connor New got the wall down the front straightaway and gave that number 3 spot back. New's going to get back to the bottom in turn number 1 and 2. Selby up high, down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Selby's going to play a little bit of defense there, not allow New to slide up, but New's going to stay down low out of turn number 4. It's going to be 2 laps to go. 2 laps to go. Here comes Selby going back to work on Tomasi. Out of turn number 2. Looks like Ethan Johnson might have gotten the wall. These guys are gaining a ton on him. Into turn number 3 and 4. White flag is going to be in the air. 1 lap to go for Dylan Hauser as they come across the line. 1 lap to go. Battles for second on back. Down into 1 and 2. Here comes Selby looking down low up underneath Tomasi. Can't get it to stick and get the run out. Down the back straightaway through turn number 3 and 4. One last time. It's going to be Dylan Hauser with the win. Ethan Johnson second. Tomasi third. Selby fourth. Connor New in fifth. What a race up at the front here tonight. Holy cow. All right, let's go ahead and take a... Yeah, it was a good race. Hauser was not lying there. All right, it is going to be Dylan Hauser with the win. Ethan Johnson in second. Tanner Tomasi in third. Going to be Matt Selby in that number 4 spot. Connor New in fifth. Cody Nevin in sixth. Hayden Tolson going to be in that number 7 spot. Daniel Elkins in 8th. Stephen Gaines in 9th. Dustin Price in that number 10 spot. Jesse Entrikin in 11th. Cray Wheeler in 12th. Going to be Tyson Banks in 13th here tonight. Robbie Buchanan in 14th. William Thayer in 15th. James Braswell in 16th. Riley Hutchinson 17th. And Riley Knoll in that number 18th spot. I don't think I'm going to get anybody in the Discord, but we're going to take a look just in case. Just in case anybody jumps in there for an interview. What a race here tonight. That was absolutely phenomenal. As it looks like we don't have anybody in Discord. Maybe next time we will. That's going to be it for tonight, guys. As always, until next time, be safe and have a good night.